Alright guys, we've had quite a lot of changes since we last saw you, so I'll show you around and then we're going to do something quite nice actually, put together a new larger pot sort of display. Come and have a look at this. I'll show you more of this another day, but that is a whole load of kind of mostly echeveras, however you say that, and then some other things, and there's a very special way that they're propagated. You can't just pull the leaves off them, they're quite rare. I'll show you that. I can see where some people have been going wrong online. It's not something I'd ever heard of either. Anyway, come and have a look. Monkey's tail, how seriously cool is that? It will need to be moved though because it's above the boiler pipe, so when we put our heating on we'll have to move that over to the other side, and if we put it, what we can do is it's there now, but we can move it into the corner up there. So we've got loads more succulents. Here's a few, but again we'll do another video. And there's agave. Wanted one of them for a while and it was quite cheap, so I picked that up. We'll show you a couple of other things, but we'll show you the main haul another time. But there's a lovely little purple cactus there, and this one is amazing. Look, that's the flower. That is a seriously weird and cool flower. I didn't know that cactus did that, and it is real. Oh, he wants to show you another one. We've got so many additions though. And then we've got a pad cactus, and the pads are a very dark sort of purple red. Again, a pot that was propagated. Let's show you anyway what we're going to do. So we're going to move on to a new bowl, and we're going to start by putting in some larger it's going to be a succulent bowl, new succulent bowl. I'm going to put in one of these. There's actually 4 there. So we'll see how they were propagated, and if there's any more leaves to come from them that we can separate. And then we'll put one of these in as well. Probably the smaller one on the left actually, and again they're buried a bit deep for the propagation. So we'll see what's going on in there. And we've got a new leaf setter. Look, we've got more furniture, so we're decorating the boys' room. So we've got this shelving unit, which is fantastic, and we've got leaves and soil in that pot, and then some spare pots down there. We've got a new leaf system. We're going to fill this up. It does take up a lot of room, but these are leaves from the Leaf Lucky Dip area that are already rooting or showing signs of leaf growth, and we're going to have a ton of leaves becoming available from everything else we've taken off. So we've kind of filled up this succulent bowl, but we can still put babies in. But you can see there's a huge variety in there, and we'll go a bit closer so you can kind of see. There's so many different things in there. It would not surprise me if there were like 50 different plants. This was pulled in from outside. I've got a really cool plan that I haven't told my son yet about how we might be able to deal with these little white mites, a natural way that I doubt anyone is doing or knows about. And that's the cactus babies pot here. We've just put in some of these sort of variegated spikes. See them there? They're cool. And then Mother of Thousands. I'll just quickly show you some we're propagating, and we're giving some to a school teacher friend of ours, and we've just put it in a big wide pot so that if any of the little pups fall off the top, we'll be able to capture them. So anyway, that noise is it's raining basically, and if there's ever a puddle outside there, it means it's raining hard and heavy. So let's show you some propagation for now. Anyway, there's so much more going on. Yeah, that shelving unit is new. Got loads of stuff for this. That's handy, and a load of empty pots for propagation. So let's have a look at this. There we go. Can I just have a close look and we'll show you. So it was £6. £6, and they've got lovely, like really strongly defined leaves on them. And it's called crassula, that one, type of crassula.
Crassula jade.
With red leaves on them. So
It's a crassula jade.
okay, well done. Right, you take that out of the pot and we'll have a look at it. We'll see what the root system's like, and we'll probably take the smaller one out. Okay, roots are bunging it up a bit. There we go, well done. Do they pull apart? Nice and careful, because we don't want the root. Don't want the root to break. Is it worth sort of snipping through? Careful, darling. If you snip through the top bit and then try pulling apart again, that might help. There we go. Oh, nice, really nice. So we've taken a whole load of root off. So you can see that that was buried very deeply. It was buried up to there. So that's how they've propagated it. They've got a big one of these. I'm just reducing this root ball as well slightly. Mainly taking soil out. It just makes it a lot easier to plant, and we don't want it taking up the whole of the pot. But it will, once it's in there, the roots will go mad. So yeah, that's a much reduced root ball, and we'll keep the root ball on this. So this one has got a big old root ball, and we'll keep that, and it'll help it grow a bit better. But this one is nice and small now, so we can plant that. There's no other sort of roots around it, and we will have to bury it quite deep, really, to get stability, because it's a very heavy thing. There's a lot of weight in there. I will take off 2 of these larger leaves, and quite often it helps if you pull it from one side. Oh no, that wasn't happy, but that'll be fine. That'll still root, but you can see there was a little bit left on. And then we'll do the other one. Go from up down, pulling it down, just in case that no, it just came off in the same place. So that's fine, happy with that. That'll go on one side somewhere there, and then we'll do one of these beautiful things. We'll do one of those over here in this area on the other side. So we've got a couple of tall things, and then we can put in lower lying stuff. So I'll hand you back to the boy and put these leaves in our leaf lucky dip. Okay, here you go, back to the boy. He's going to plant it for us now. Do you want a spoon? Yeah. So we'll plant it a bit more to one side, because that's right in the centre, isn't it? Do you remember what I was showing people, that it was over to one side? There we go. No, we want it a bit deeper, darling, so otherwise that will just fall over. Because remember I was saying it's quite top heavy, that one? It's interesting, they're not normally this heavy. And that's why it was planted so deep in the first place. That makes sense. Not normally that top heavy. But it's got a lot going on, this succulent. Well done. And you'll need to press it down a little bit more than we might press others down normally. So we'll have a look at it. From a lower angle. It'll look really nice, this plot. Okay, well done. So we're just cleaning it up now. If we'll put this to one side, back in the pot. In fact, you can see it's got a bit of a bit of a gap in there where the other one came out, but it would probably sit in that pot quite nicely for a week or two without doing anything to it. But we'll pot it up properly later on. So yeah, separate one of those out, darling. There's 4 in this pot. We just had 2 of that other one. And we don't know what it is, it just says succulent mix, so if anyone knows what it is, or even vaguely the sort of the family name of it, let us know what we've got. I'd imagine the roots are quite tight on that, are they? Perfect, yeah, that's come out with a nice little root ball, so that's ideal. So if you show us the root ball that we've got, just put that. Thank you. Okay, so that's the root ball, not too massive. Turn it all the way round, darling, and put it on slightly the other side. Shall I show you where? Somewhere around there. Yes, they're equal distances apart. I wouldn't normally direct him where to put them, I'd just leave him to it, but this is kind of my one that I want to build up over time, so I've got an image in my mind of what I'd like. And those 2 bigger plants will act as a really nice contrast for all the little babies that we put down below them. Well done. Forgive me for butting in, but there we go. Okay. Okay, so that's the beginning of something that's looking very nice. Oh yeah, do you want to plant that in?
Mm-hmm.
Go on then. So this is what? This is a bit of a children's favourite, this one. It's called, what do you want to tell us about it?
So here we have a donkey's tail, and you can put it in a hanging basket and it will grow down, and you can hang it up on your windowsill or something.
Kind of looks a little bit, kind of hangs down a little bit like the monkey's tail, but not as much. So we were quite keen to get this, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Should we have a close-up and just have a really good close look? So that's a donkey's tail. We've already propagated a little bit from it, and you can see how it's a bit floppy. It's got another pup coming out the middle that will come out and flop. And then this one was flopping all the way over and looked amazing, but we're going to get loads of babies off it and have a few of these plants. Take a while to grow. But these succulents, they do grow quite fast, obviously compared to the cactus, of course. So where are you thinking? Why are you planting it there?
So we can have this facing there, and it can like grow out of the pot when we put it.
Oh, nice, yeah. So you put it on the side so it can grow out and down. couple more leaves that just come off it. We can put in our leaf lucky dip. And while we've done a donkey's tail, this is another
Burrito.
donkey's tail type thing, but it's called a burrito, which I quite liked. But could I suggest? Could you leave that one? Could I suggest we do a pickle?
Mhm.
I found this plant slightly hilarious because it's called the pickle plant, and yeah, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like there's 6 in there, but there's probably more. And yeah, little pickles. So definitely put 1 or 2 in this new pot that we're building up. It'll be interesting to see how fast everything grows, or how slow everything grows, because we're going into the dormant season, so it's all just part way into autumn. Nice and slow, darling. You take your time. Okay. Slow, slow, slow. Ooh, that's come out nicely. Can I show it? That's the camera, so we can see. So that's just one plant that's come out beautifully, actually. And you can just take off these leaves either side, throw them in a. Throw them anyway, really, and they'll germinate. You know, they'll develop a nice root system. Let's see where you're going to plant this. So you're planting it in there. A nice idea. Not okay, looking good. So that's a pickle. What else are you thinking? I'm actually pretty keen for this one. So this one's cool because the leaves look like paws, and we do have a bear paw plant as well. Yeah, look, they're very fluffy and look like a bear's paw. But this one, I think we've got a few different plants in there, and I was thinking the colour would look really nice in contrast to the other plants in there. We've got a lot of different colours going on. That I think while you carry on getting that out, I think what I really like the succulent type plants. I think even more than the cactus, because they come in such a variety of different colours. Quite often you get red. I mean, green's obviously a really common colour, but you get quite a lot of reds, oranges, and colours on that spectrum. And I was really pleased to find the silvery ones as well. These silvery ones, that's quite unusual, and they've got a red underside to the leaf. Oh, I know what can go in next as well. Really take your time on those. Oh, nice. So it's just pulling them out. So you've got to go slow. Take a... Ah, I've got another leaf. That's good. You've got to go really slow, pull the tension, and then just very slowly and strongly pull them out. Might be able to take that other leaf off as well. Pull off that other big leaf. That's it. And put that in the leaf lucky dip, and we've got a beautiful tiny little delicate plant. Oh, that's looking good. So you pop that in as well. I'm going to have such a colourful pot, and I know what we can put in next. And it's not just the colours, it's the shape of the leaves and the textures. And this next one we'll put in is really different, and I quite like them for adding to the to the baby pots that we make up. Let's kind of have a look at this variegated spike. What do you think about? So I'll just show you a bit more close up. Don't they look amazing? We just had a big pot full of them. We've got 5 left. But we planted some up into that pot to grow bigger. You can pull them out quite easily, can't you? Because they were just recently potted up. So let's have a closer look at you separating them, and we'll show one of them. So you give that to me and I'll have a look. So they're even more interesting in the root system because they're kind of red roots, which is really unusual. And then often at the very base you might get a little baby sort of coming out from the very base and sprouting up. So one there, and then 3 more little ones in the pot. We'll just go around the other side. So we can have a closer look here. There it is in there. Bit difficult to see at the moment because it is quite dark in here, but that's looking great. Okay, so we'll get the rest of them in. We'll just come back round this side actually, because I think we can see a bit better on this side. Oh nice, so that's a bit taller, so we've got some really nice height difference already, and a huge variety of succulents in there so far. And what we'll do, we'll just keep adding to that bowl as we have all the others, and build it up nicely. And make sure you subscribe if you want to see the collection grow, how this room is changing constantly at the moment, and all the new, especially some of the rare plants that I've got over there. So see you soon.